I am sorry. As I've mentioned time and time again, I'm just not well versed in politics. I would really like to understand how one can be pro-Palestine, speak about the disagreements they have with the Israeli government. Sometimes the ways in which Ethan talks about the issues, he makes it seem like that's not possible. But at the same time, it feels like there's no right way to critique the Israeli government, or you have to be very specific with your word choices and phrasings.
All right, we got to get to this now. I'm very excited. The Cruel World Happy Mind segments are officially rolling out. I believe 2 of the 3 have already landed. Today was a 1 out of 10. You guys are absolutely loving these segments, just like I'm loving them. I saw Cecil McFly in the comment section saying this is probably my favorite drama of the year so far because it feels vintage. It's a bad YouTube video that was released by a moron, essentially, a horrible YouTuber who we found out recently covered me in the Illuminati controversy. She actually references me in her Illuminati YouTube video. I didn't realize it was a personal feud that Cruel World Happy Mind had with Illuminati. I kind of forgot she was a player in that, but apparently she was significant in that drama. Now, Cruel World Happy Mind, since posting her video, I'm going to show this one first, has edited it. The most recent video, the one that I assumed would be taken down immediately after watching it on stream like 4 nights ago, is now edited. About 10 seconds were removed. I noticed this actually this morning when I was going to edit. I was actually shooting a Future Nick segment for the video that had come out today, and I needed to pull up the video to show it on screen while I was talking about it. There were 5 seconds of this video that were cut. There was like a difference in 5 seconds, right? This is the clip that was removed. The program from birth statement is now gone.
Being living in Israel, upholding these, Israeli values and ideals, then having to sort of face what was happening in front of his eyes.
See, like the original version now.
It is 4:30.
Yeah, but we're going to...
And ideals that have been sort of programmed into him from when he was born.
So initially she said that it was programmed from birth that all these people would essentially be Zionists in Israel. Right, that was her perspective. She has removed that section from the video. Eagle-eyed viewers, like myself, pointed that out, and then she blamed us for it. In my most recent video, I filmed everything in 1 take. There was a cut in that video, but whatever. Throughout that, I said some stuff that I feel has become more than what I intended. I don't know what else you intended programmed from birth to mean. I said that Ethan had been programmed from birth. This has led people to draw the worst conclusion about my statement. I argue it's the only conclusion about this is just like cowardly, pathetic, can't possibly take any criticism type of take. Yeah, you've drawn the worst perspective, the only intended one that you could possibly see. Rich in the house? Is Rich Lux here? Yo, shout out Rich Lux! She's canceled, based. This has led people to draw the worst conclusion about my statement. Call me the worst things. I am truly sorry. I deleted the sentence because it was not my intention. See, and this is a post from the Reddit. Appears to have edited her apology to remove the program from birth bit. I'm going back to my usual content now with a lot of lessons learned. I think a lot of this situation was needed for me to grow as a content creator, which I don't know what you've grown. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you've changed. You've given me no insinuation, especially from this post right here, that you've changed much of anything. Thank you so much for everyone who has been supportive and kindly offering constructive comments so I can always grow as well. Again, you insinuated that Ethan Klein or Gila Klein were pedophiles because Ethan's wife Gila wears clouds. So, fuck you. I mean, the clips just get insane when you're watching these things back. I made sure I pushed that in the intro, but you compared Gila Klein wearing her stylistic Teddy Fresh merchandise to people who tried to groom you as a child. You're a psychopath. So I'm glad you grew. I don't care. And then now this, by the way, she removed the program from birth part, but this is the segment that currently still exists in the video, which is the exact same thing. And apparently the problem was we interpreted it badly. Well, how else do we interpret this? Well, it's muted,
Israeli
so
values,
not at all, but...
upholding these, Israeli values and ideals that have been sort of programmed into him from when he was born.
So the programmed into him part has been removed.
But then having to sort of face what was happening in front of his eyes, at times condemning the genocide that was taking place, condemning the Israel government, but having to sort of grapple with that and the beliefs that have been sort of ingrained in him from...
Wait, so you remove the program from birth and replace it with beliefs that were ingrained in him.
You know, early days of his...
From the early days. Dude, what's the difference between programmed from birth and the fucking values that were instilled from the early days?
You know, early days of his existence. And
yeah, it's the same. It's the exact same thing. That's so funny. Her husband is in the military. Was he programmed from birth? His ideals have rubbed off on her. Has he been located in the Middle East? Has he killed anyone? Oh, she's anti-Semitic. It's not out of ignorance, not out of malice. Wasn't she programmed from birth as a Mormon? By her logic, we should still assume that she holds these beliefs. At times, he's always condemned the genocide. He's been condemning the Israeli government for over a decade. Even if she landed the same criticism without the blatant anti-Semitism, it's still such an insane thing to say. Like, no, it's not actually cognitive dissonance to both be against October 7th and the genocide that followed. It's perfectly moral and logically consistent. So that was a thing that happened, right? We've got that removal clip. She blamed you and said that she's growing into a better butterfly right now. She's changing everything. Everything is different now. Also, another thing that happened here in relation to this, she responds to her anti-Semitic indoctrination comment, right? Apologizing to Bad Empanada and refusing to provide context, to prove Ethan mass reports her videos. I believe the Bad Empanada was also removed from the title. Can we get a clarification on that? Somebody mentioned it. I want to see right now. Cruel World, Happy Mind. If I go check out her video that she made here, she has now since, I guess, realizing that she got completely punked and threatened to be sued by Bad Empanada, who used Ethan Klein's lawyers' names to make her look like a retard. Now she has removed her apology to Bad Empanada from the title of her video. I don't know why this video is up. I don't know why either of these videos is up. I think that, like, this is probably the worst Ethan Klein video that's ever been released. The fact that this is still on her YouTube channel is insane. And the fact that this response video hasn't been deleted of shame and 10 seconds has been removed with a title change is, like, diabolical to me. But she's also in the trenches fighting in the comment section, so let's take a look at this as well. Just clarifying that Ethan was born and raised in America and first went to Israel at birth in his early adulthood. I know, hope what I was intending to say came through, but this is my first time filming in one take. And guys, just because you filmed in one take, right? Just because there was one take in the film does not mean you have to upload it. There's no unwritten contract that you can't edit the video. It is not a solution. I don't know what the fuck you think you're saying here, but if you record the video in one take, you still have to, like, choose to upload it, right? You should probably watch this. I imagine ahead of time, right? Like, you should probably care just a little bit, you know. It doesn't have to be the final solution for your content. But I digress. I had quite a few things that weren't perfectly stated. Again, there's no gun to your head forcing this video to come out faster. You could have done a better response. Didn't apologize or wasn't intending to, but I was intending to read Bad Empanada's email and address it. Since that's in the video, I put BE's name in the title. Wait, she's claiming it's not an apology, but the title of the video is, I messed up Hassan, Bad Empanada, and Ethan Klein. It's, like, literally an apology. The implication is that you're saying sorry, no? Yeah, the title of the video is literally apologizing to Bad Empanada. It's at the beginning of my deep dive. I talk about Ethan reporting comments, and he's reporting content creators. Can you provide a clip or timestamp of Ethan making mass reporting videos for terrorism or reporting people's videos that are critical of him? At the beginning of my deep dive, I talk about Ethan reporting content, and then he's reporting content creators reporting content for promoting terrorism. Can you provide me a timestamp from the H3 live stream of the clip at the 10-minute on your deep dive so I can see who he's reporting? Because you gave zero context on who he was falsely reporting. I wanted to clarify. I'm not hating on you. I'm simply asking for the clarity because no context was given. That can also promote that kind of action to people who are watching. Are you talking about Hassan's content? I don't know what he was talking about in the clip. It's not an apology, it's an explanation. Yeah, so that was happening here. And we got more Cruel World Happy Mind because she did what you should never do as a content creator. Like, literally never, ever make this mistake. A fan of the content reached out to her on Instagram and sent her, like, 8 consecutive walled paragraphs, right? So, really disappointed in this one. Reddit is not research. The fact that I'm reading this feels criminal right now. I don't know about you guys. This legitimately feels criminal to me that I'm even able to watch something like this. I could just show this to my YouTube audience right now because this idiot has fought with a fan, but I'm really disappointed with you on this one. Reddit is not research. Well, I disagree. I think there's a lot of respectable research compiled and archived there. I think it greatly depends. A lot of Reddit could just be opinion pieces, but, well, sometimes I use that to see what the general online consensus is, as well as looking up comments and gathering and research and online commentary, and then I occasionally dive into Reddit for archived videos that I can't find because, well, they've been deleted elsewhere, and it's great for providing context in that matter. Otherwise, people have tried to erase from the internet entirely. Dude, again, this is somebody who would never defend Kiwi Farms, but everything that she's arguing here actually is on Kiwi Farms. Many times on Reddit, they don't credit the original clip. They don't post it. What you're finding is a cut-together, hyper-edited version of the clip that you actually want by some psychopath who removed all the context. At least on Kiwi Farms, just like the expectation at the piece of media that you're watching is, in fact, right, the full version, the full cut of it. They're putting these things on archive sites with the intention of you finding the full version. That doesn't really happen on Reddit ever. Yeah, part of research is verifying what you found. No, I just found a bunch of comments, dude. So now it says you took a whole bunch of anti-H3 posts entirely from their word without knowing the context. The Black Challenge, for example, didn't mention. So this person is now jumping through and arguing every individual point in the entire video. Now, I'm just curious. Are there any YouTubers in the chat? Are you responding to 70 uninterrupted flamenco tier messages? Is there anybody in the chat who would look at this and go, oh, yeah, dude, I'm totally in. I'm going to fucking engage with all this shit. I'm going to engage the fuck out of this clip right now. I'm going to fight this one, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So then she goes and responds point for point to some random Redditor. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? What is wrong with you? Why are you like this? What has caused this to happen? What deficiency is being like shown here in full force? You took a whole bunch of H3 Reddit posts entirely at their word without knowing the context. I do understand where you're coming from, only in that I'm not like a longtime fan who already understood the context of everything. I hope you know that most of this stuff was deleted from the internet. Sorry, I'm still reading through, but I wanted to say that first. I don't have unlimited resources and time in my... Okay, well, if you don't have time to cover it effectively, then you don't have time to cover it. You don't have to make the video. Nobody's got a gun to your head saying that you have to grift and consume a bunch of money off the back of the Ethan Klein drama that you have literally no idea what's going on in, right? Like, you don't have to do that. You could just, stand down and not make that fucking content, right? If you don't understand it, you don't have to make that video, but I don't have unlimited resources and time at my disposal to dig through Ethan's response to everything. Wait, dig through Ethan's response to everything? I'm sorry, I thought this was look for the original context. You don't have time to watch him respond? What are we doing here, guys? Does anybody know what we're doing here? Why are we doing this? Why does this exist? This is beyond parody. Only because he's had so many podcasts, and often when searching up the responses, they wouldn't come up. For example, I kept trying to find the clip of him condemning Netanyahu, and I couldn't find the clip referenced online. That being said, I did provide his clips explaining himself when I found them. It's like, dude, then you're just a shitty video You're like, I love research. Dude, the iconic loved research enjoyer, when they're faced with the concept of having to do research in a video. You know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous. This is actually fucking ridiculous that we're really talking about this now. Okay, the Black Challenge, by example. You didn't mention that they had a challenge video for every other color. Yeah, but that's still... the Black Challenge is racist. That's not even blackface. They're wearing like a... Aren't they wearing like a mask, like a seaweed mask or something in that video? Like, that's the joke, is that it's not blackface. Okay, whatever. All right, sure, cool, nice, perfect, love it. What else do we got here? Or the FUPA fund. They've explained that they didn't realize how much money the lawsuits actually take a dozen times. I did mention that lawsuits are expensive and the cost can add up. That was me empathizing. No, it's not. You're not empathizing. You're a fucking idiot. It's not empathizing to point out that lawsuits cost more than people realized back in that exact time period, right? That's not you providing empathy. That's you kind of understanding what happened. Yes, when they got under $200,000, they didn't realize that lawsuits cost a lot of money until they got the fucking thing sent to them that said, oh, yeah, here's a $50,000 bill for one singular month of working on your case. Again, that clip is out there. You can find that. There's like 3 videos talking about the lawsuit. I was able to do it 5 years ago, and it's in videos that are critical, right? I agree that I could have mentioned the lawyer aspect. Wait, hold on. I just also could see the awesome potential of having a fund like that still open. Again, like, I'm sorry, I know you're a Hassan Piker fan, but why doesn't Hassan Socialist open up a creator fund, right? Why does Ethan Klein have to be the de facto creator assistant tool because he's made a lot of money? Is this just what you assume that people who have, like, companies and employees must do? What are you talking about? He's just supposed to forever, he needs to forever just gift people tons of money for every single lawsuit online because one time the community came together to help him when he needed it, like they have done multiple times over for any creator who needs the money, right? Is this insane? Yes, I agree. I could have mentioned the lawyer aspect, but I think my point would still stand. It doesn't, to be clear, it doesn't stand at all. You sound like a moron. They could have still had a fund under a different lawyer, etc. Dude, what do you think? They're just going to start pumping endless personal funds into this? It was their money. It was their money, and they said the rest would go towards that. They thought it would last longer than it did. And she also omits the fact that they literally did use the fund to help people while it was open. In the time that it was open, it didn't all go to them. All right, next says, I just don't get it. I remember watching videos of you in the blue kitchen in like 2020 that had way more thought and effort. I can always examine my research process or try to do better. I don't think that she's even doing that in these messages. I don't think I'm perfect by any means. My coverage will always, and I always want to improve. I will try when presenting a viewpoint to look at the subject and their defenses and bring that up more often. I agree with you. That's what needed. The sweater pattern thing. They have explained how that happened and why several times too. The research link provided linked to a deleted video. When Ethan explains that situation, I tried to get a clip of him explaining it. It was deleted. The button thing is so silly too. I think the button argument is one of the worst that I've seen from any detractor. It's entirely there. This whole conversation exists because they're mad they can't get anything to clip. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd ever be against a creator being able to stop themselves from like accidentally defaming somebody or saying something out of turn. Her response to that one is, that wasn't the point of the section. It was to only explain what the button is for those who don't know how it works, and why it may lead to more reckless content on a podcast if you're aware you don't have something to Control-Alt-Delete. How could the button lead to more reckless content? If it could quite literally remove reckless content, why would the button create more? How does that even work? Okay. I'm wondering if I went through any of the other videos, I've taken your word for it, would there be this many mistakes? I agree I could have been a bit more nitpicky. The point was that I was attempting to make is that too much of the people's online commentary was concerned with Ethan's mental state, yet he continued to fire back at them in an intense manner. I hope you know when I mention people say blank, I'm not always saying that I agree with it, just nothing has been said online, okay? Employee turnover, everyone has had employees that leave. Personally, I would never speak to the people I work with in the manner that he does. Does Ethan treat his employees bad? I've never seen like an actual... I've never seen like an actual clip, right, where Ethan is being like rude to the employees. That's not just a normal work interaction that a bunch of literally terminally unemployed YouTubers who, I guess, how do you do, fellow kids, actual people who have jobs, like are completely delusional about, right? This is like an iDubbbz Anissa Jomhop. These people, like, have these people ever worked for a living? I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna pull a Hassan talking point here. Those employees are probably treated better than the majority of the people in this fucking chat right now. I mean, they're not animals and you're not animals, so I'm not making a one-to-one Hassan Cope argument right now, but those employees are probably treated better than the majority of the people who are actually in the audience who work for a living. Shout out to those people. I've heard a lot of mixed information about that. Okay, Olivia hasn't officially quit. You publish a video with something blatantly wrong. Wait, she said that Olivia quit? They've only described it as a break so far. I've heard a lot of mixed information about that. If I'm wrong, I do deeply apologize. I saw a few sources saying she quit in September. Wait, what sources? Wait, I'm sorry, where are the sources that stated she quit? What is their credibility? YMS? If neither of them have officially said anything and all you have is TikTok said Olivia quit, why would you take that as gospel? Who are the sources? And then she just stopped talking about it. That's very funny. Is it Adam? Adam, yeah, the source is Snark, but I don't think Olivia's even talking to Adam, right? Am I like fucking smoking crack over here? I don't think that anyone has even insinuated that she's not coming back yet. Also, I wanted to point this out. I didn't mention it before we get into the actual stream. This is the last thing I'm going to say. If Gila Klein, right, is making childish content, let me pull up the clip so you know what I'm talking about here. I'm going to show, there's a reason why I have fucking Denims' toes on the screen right now. Actual fetish content, by the way. Denims' fucking toes are on the screen, right? Watch this. This is an actual clip from the video.
Ethan accuses a lot of people of being pedophiles and makes a lot of jokes about pedophiles. Hila dresses kind of childlike with a little teddy bear for her fashion brand. I find all of that interesting.
So I pointed out that she says I found all that interesting while being literally surrounded, like the couch meme, but instead of people standing behind her, it's stuffed animals. That was one thing that I noticed. Here's another. Okay, if you have a problem with Hila Klein selling a thing with clouds on it, meaning that everybody there must be a child molesting pedophile, potentially, that's the insinuation, right? Then what do you make of people who actually film fetish porn content where they dress up like a baby and show their toes? What do you think that is, right? Oh, well, she's not dressed up like a baby, Nick. That's a regular dress. She's sitting next to a giant Care Bear in a pink room with her toes flying in the air. What do you think this is for? Who do you think's jacking off to this? Right? Like, you want to talk shit about this? If the insinuation that Hila and Ethan Klein are pedos, I don't think that Denims is a pedo, but it sounds like you do, right? It sounds like you think that Denims might be a pedo. How come you don't call out Denims for being a pedo? You know? Look at these, dude, she's iconically surrounded by stuffed animals.
Started insulting me viciously on
showing her
Twitter. Toes.
Why don't you call Denims a pedophile? Why don't you say that, wow, this is really interesting? I mean, if you're going to keep that video up with the insinuations that you made about Ethan and his family, you know, people who have kids, Ethan must be a pedophile who's married with 3 kids, and the reason why he's interested in his wife is because she dresses up in clouds or something. Is that the insinuation that you're making? Then, you know, I mean, I guess you're going to call Denims a pedophile too. Listen, all right, not my take. Just seems like it's yours, but we'll see. So Cruel World Happy Mind has a second YouTube channel, and in response to the criticism that Ethan levied that we looked at in our previous live stream, she put out a 1 hour and 27-minute response featuring an entire script. Let me copy a link here and pull this up in an incognito tab because I don't want it to like list my email address or whatever. Here you go. This is her script of her YouTube video, and it starts off with one of my favorite quotes. H3 Podcast. Can we see this? Is it on the screen? Chapter 1, intro. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. With like the clip talking point here. What is this going to take me to? I guess nothing. So this is coming from... Dude, I can't make this up. I thought she was going to showcase that her fucking videos come through sources and it was going to be an actual clip. But unironically, the very first link is from H3 Snark. Like the 9-month ago old H3 Snark that's not even being used anymore. This is the clip from her intro.
I got the button.
Yeah.
We'll keep it.
I actually thought the intention of showcasing her document here that she has put in this fucking thing was to show that it's not from Snark. I assume that majority of these won't be. This is a TikTok. What is it? Okay, this is a YouTube. Oh, this is a video that somebody else made on Ethan. That is the source. I actually thought that she was posted. I don't know why this exists. We'll look back at it. That is insane. Holy fuck, dude. Great start. So she is now doing a live stream. Here's one thing to note. Cruel World Happy Mind does not stream. This is an entirely... Dude, she went from being a scripted video essayist YouTuber getting hate for the first time to posting an unscripted rambling video where she made her situation worse. And then she said she learned a bunch of lessons and fired up a live stream and is now doing it off the cusp. I feel like I'm going crazy here. This is actually insane. All right, we're getting this started right now. Last thing, this is a shill. If you guys want to jump into the new Simpsons Fortnite mode, use code DeOrio. Unlike Frogan, code DeOrio actually works, and I get a kickback of everything you purchase, and you save a grand total of $0. You can hop in right now and grab the Bart Simpson skin, or the Homer car bundle. Ooh, dude, you can have TVs on your feet, dude. Holy shit, dude. Car's so crazy, it's got a TV on the wheels. All right, so go grab that.
But the only problem is I can't
Off the cuff? Yeah, dude, it's off the cuff.
see chat.
Wait, oh, did I do something wrong? Is it not off the cuff?
Is it working?
Okay, go.
Wait, I'm being told it's not off the cuff. I'm being told my chat is wrong about English again.
Okay. First time streaming. Oh, it's so bad. Okay. Let me know
It is off the cusp. Thank you. It is cusp.
if people can see me right now.
So this is the military husband with a very unfortunate calic shot to start off the stream.
People can see me. Apologies. This
Okay, here we go. So now we're getting into
I
this.
recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Thank you. I recommend watching it as well. It's very good. It's on this subject.
This is my first time. Yay. Okay, people can see me. Apologies. This is my first time streaming. Sorry about that.
Okay, this is like an insane way to open it. This is my first time streaming. If you're feeling the pressure and you're like, I'm not making videos like this, I'm going back to my old content, why are you doing this live? If you don't have a streaming setup, you don't even know what you're doing, you're like, I need to respond to this live and unfiltered.
30-second delay.
Okay.
This is my first stream. Like, actually, what a moron.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, first time streaming. I'm kind of on a delay, which is also weird.
And she doesn't even know how to fix the delay. So the chat's not fucking delayed with the latency, the streaming latency. She literally clicks start without changing the latency like a total noob.
To get used to. But I'm making this stream to just address everything. And
Delay button. Yeah, so when you set up your stream, you have an option that you could set the latency to lowest possible. It stops you from streaming in 4K, which nobody should ever do, because the majority of you guys don't even have the fucking bandwidth to watch it that anyway. And to be clear, the stuff that's on screen isn't even 4K, right? Like the gameplay wouldn't even look marginally, it would look marginally better than it does now. There's no real usage for doing that. And the download sizes would be huge. So everyone just streams in 1080p anyway. So yeah, you would always go low latency in any stream that I've ever done.
And I made a doc just because, which I feel like I said, but I'm not sure what part got cut on the stream, which is a little bit embarrassing, but it is what it is. I'm not as skilled at all of this as the Ethan H3 podcast crew, but I made a doc and everything to go over just...
She's doing like a Destiny like doc style response. Again, like this takes balls or extreme stupidity, and I don't really think it's balls.
All of my feelings after Ethan's stream. I do think that ego can play a hand when it comes to content creation, and I think
Like yours?
that there is a lot that I'm not perfect at and that I need to work at and change and grow and learn from.
This is a learning experience. Never do this part again.
Yeah, so I'm going to get into the doc and go over it all. I'm also not going to censor the live stream just because I think that everyone has a chance to say what they want to say.
Wait, she's letting the chat just... Oh, okay, so what I try to do is stop my people from infiltrating, because this was actually being filmed while I was explaining the Ethan segment in my last stream. She was live, so I don't know if she got any shit. Obviously, I apologize if any of that came from me.
Yeah.
Guys, when I shit on... I want to be the one to shit on people, okay? It's my job, all right? I won't apologize for that, but I'll apologize for other people doing it.
I also really appreciate all of the support that I have been getting. Critical comments that
say
are really
something to you,
valid.
Nick?
I appreciate
I really
those
like
too.
it.
So
Why?
I'm going to go into the doc that I made, since I think that'll help me be a little bit more concise in what I want to say than just rambling on. Okay, we got this. I'm also a little off frame. Sorry for that.
All right, we're going to move up a little bit. Come on.
But I think that sometimes that's a good thing, you know? You can kind of,
You could see my iconic chair in the background. Is that what we're talking about?
have a reality
Oh my god, wait, the document isn't the script. This is what we saw last time. I opened it up. She's written down that this is the lowest she has ever felt. All right, streaming rule number 1. If you're going to write that, do not script it. And if you do, don't show them what you've scripted, please. That is so funny.
check. I think everyone does need a reality check. Yesterday, Ethan did a live stream about me and definitely had a lot to say. Some things I do think are valid. Others I think went a little bit too far. But I
think that your video went too far. That's probably why you got that kind of reaction.
When it comes to online creator beef. But I also agree. I think some of when it comes to some of my own statements.
She's reading this out loud. Yeah, dude, it's very I don't know why this video exists. I don't know why this stream exists. I don't know this video, like, even still on YouTube. I don't know what's happening right now.
Tina's going too far as well. So I'm making this video for my own integrity as a content creator, or rather live stream. First, I really want to...
She's trying to showcase the lack of integrity on a wide scale.
Thank all of the support from people who have sent really kind and thoughtful messages, comments, and have been there for me. These past few days have not been easy. Sorry, I hate when people cry in
Oh no, dude! Is she already crying? Is she already crying?
live streams or videos, so I really try not to do that. But I do think it's
Guys, we're fucking 4 minutes in!
been really necessary for me in order to grow as a content creator and see where my own flaws are as a
It's way too early to ult, okay? We cannot be ulting this soon.
person and creator.
Dude, she's still 1 HP. She never actually healed after posting the video.
I think that even when people say it's probably not a good idea to do this live stream,
Oh, and people warned her, maybe you ought not do this.
you're probably right. And I think that my ego, I got way too over.
Dude, you can't make these comments about how your ego is taken over while you're doing the thing. Yeah, people told me not to do this. They're probably right, but my ego won't let me. You're 4 minutes in. You can stop right anytime you want.
Ambitious and tackling
You're not self-aware because you say you're over-ambitious and your ego is big at the beginning of the segment.
concepts that a lot of people, were overambitious in tackling. And so I completely agree with that. And so that's kind of why I'm making this live stream. I think that as content creators, it's like we kind of, you tackle one topic and the reception is good, and then you tackle another topic and the reception is good, and you think that you can just kind of keep going and going and going. And it's sort of like, again, I love the
you probably can't shoot from the hip on the most hot button issue of the year and piss off every single. If you're getting shit from every side of a drama, you're the common denominator.
Analogy of Icarus, and I think that that sort of applies to me as well. I sort of shot up to the sun and thought, oh, I can tackle anything, and I'm not an expert. I'm not a lot of, when it comes to these really complex issues, there's a reason why even people who have master's degrees are fighting over it and arguing over it. And
what? Wait, why do you need to go to college for this?
I can't quite come to a common consensus, so why would I think I can tackle the issue?
The people involved don't even have master's degrees.
So that's my feelings on the matter. I can't change what other people do, but I can change what I do and my own reactions to things, and that's what I intend to do as a content creator from this situation. Though a lot of the comments have been really intense, I think underlying a lot of them have been some valid criticisms, whatever side anyone's on, that I can take in.
Is she gonna is she gonna completely disavow the weird pedophile predator angle that her video took? I feel like that's what I'm looking for here. I could kind of look past a lot of other shit. That would be the win condition to get back in people's good graces, I think, in some capacity.
And grow from. And others that have been going a little bit too far, of course. A lot of people have cautioned me not to make the video on H3, to not do any of this. And I absolutely think I was being overambitious, and see now why so many content creators shy away from this topic. Never in a million years did I think that it would get to this point. And that being said, I do think, as I've said, it showed a lot of flaws in myself as a creator. Bottom line,
guys, I gotta be honest with you. I literally have been covering this for an entire year, it feels like. It hasn't been. It's been 7 months. But I have been covering this for a really long time. I have not gotten the level of pushback that I think that even she has, and all these people know me and hate me. The reason why is every time they post about me, they're literally just lying about what I've said, and everyone can defend me on it because it's extremely malicious. I don't have these problems because I'm not publishing shit like your videos, I would have a much more difficult time too if all my videos were horrible. If all my arguments were bad, I would have a horrible time in this drama. It's not just that it's a hot button issue, it's that your video sucks.
Yeah, if a video I make doesn't accomplish the goals that I set out to do, I've failed as a content creator, I do think that I'll keep the video up as a marker to of a point in time so that I can get better.
Guys, I'm keeping my fucking defamation video up as a power play to show you guys my rock bottom, okay? So when my videos are better, you can compare them. This is such copia. It's literally up because it's still getting views and still making money. And it would be an inconvenience to remove the work.
and just try and get better. Because I do think that there are some good points worth mentioning. I also think that if Ethan was going to sue me for defamation, I'm sure he already has the clips that he wants to do so anyways. I also, and like, here's the thing. I think that in Ethan's stream, there are some things that were valid points, and he tried to detract from that by saying that all of the things that I used.
Is she going to show a single clip of Ethan's stream, or is she just YMSing this entire fucking response video? Is this going to be like her interpretation of Ethan's exact wording and then arguing what she has, I guess, presented?
Were from a snark Reddit. That was not the case. That's not how I do my research.
Guys, all of my research was not from snark. Here, let me showcase my script where I show you the very first source at the very top is from H3 snark.
I don't just go entirely into a snark subreddit and just look at snark subreddit, and that's the only way I get my research. That's not what I do. You know, and I'm going to discuss that and go further on to that, which, you know, my entire script is linked in this so that you can also look at exactly where I get all my sources and beyond. But, you know, so because of that, you know.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
You look at exactly where I get all my sources and beyond. But, you know,
So my guess was that we were going to look at this and all the clips were going to kind of be an Ethan Klein video segment, like disproving it immediately. But even then, it's like, did she find this because she was like an avid viewer of H3H3? It sounds like she said she's not, right? Or does she have this clip because she saw a short segment on Snark and then linked it, like she found the full clip and posted it there? Even if it's a clip of Ethan's stream, it could literally just be a Snark post brought her to that clip. And she's regurgitating what the Snark post says. But then I opened the script and the first link was Snark anyway, so.
Because of that, you know, in Ethan's stream, sure, there's some valid points that I am going to really look at, you know, not saying that, you know, I don't think that he cherry picked some information and all of that. But I also think that there's things that, like I said, he cherry picked, things that he took way too far. And a lot of things that I think are clipped out of context from my video to make my content look bad, to try and shame my content so that no one would look at it in a critical eye and view the entire content. If you're an H3 fan, I highly encourage you to watch the entire video to look at my my script.
She's trembling trying to explain this right now.
Entirely, to read all of the sources and come to your own conclusion. Yeah.
Again, but like, do you also encourage them to watch the response that Ethan made explaining why your arguments are bad too? Or should they not like look at that video?
Look at my or Ethan's take, you know?
Oh, don't. Okay, wait, hold on, wait.
Not look at my or Ethan's take, you know?
Do not trust your eyes, bro. Trust my source.
In this stream, I'm going to address a few key points of criticism, though. The first point I want to address is, of course, the plug in the background of the video. My kitchen has been getting remodeled slowly over the course of a year, and
I don't believe you. I think Bad Empanada kidnapped you. I think that's the only logical explanation, that you've been transported to Argentina.
I wanted to film the video on a blank wall. You know, the classic apology video, I guess. Sorry, I'm gonna have some water. But yeah, so but just because I wanted to like quickly film it and address the audience, my audience and their concerns. But I do agree with Dan. It was probably stupid to do a one-take video, and I had never done that before.
But you didn't have to post it. That's the problem. Like, oh, I shouldn't have posted a one-take video. Okay, you didn't realize that before the video went live? Why were you okay with the video up until people started criticizing that video? Okay.
But anyways, I have a cover for the plug, and we had recently gotten that wall painted, so it just didn't have a plug. But I have a cover. Also, I wanted... Sorry, my computer froze. Or my mouse froze. Okay, there we go. Also, I was not in any way intending to like apologize to Bad Empanada.
Nicholas
What?
DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Wait, hold on.
The movie you're thinking of is The Truman Show.
Oh, yes, The Truman Show. Thank you. Hold on. Wait.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Did she not say sorry?
This broad thought she was cooking and got scared by an Argentinian.
Dude, her video is like, I messed up. And then she just uncritically reads Bad Empanada's position.
I recommend watching Nicholas
And
DeOrio's
essentially just
latest
apologizes, right?
Stop remodeling your kitchen now. That shit is expensive.
Cruel
Save
World,
all your
happy
money for
mind. Do me a
legal fees.
favor. Just delete your fucking videos. This is pathetic. If you don't agree with the videos anymore as they were posted, I mean, like, this is not like a gaslighting thing. Just fucking delete them.
I was just addressing him in the video to show the weird messages.
You weren't addressing him. Bro, you were literally sitting there trembling as you read the words he wrote you, threatening you with Ethan's lawyers. What is this fucking post hoc revisionism here?
and emails I'd been receiving that were coming from a lot of different sides. Yeah, I personally apologize if it even came across in that way. And I'm confused as why it would come across like I was siding with him. But yeah, my main points to Bad Empanada was that I don't think it's appropriate to speculate on who sent CPS to Ethan Klein. I don't think it's appropriate for me to speculate on who sent CPS and who sent the skulls. I also think that the document that Ethan showcased in his live, which
What do you mean speculate on who sent the skulls?
Viciously on Twitter.
What are you talking about? It's obvious that Ethan did not send the skulls to himself. That's all you have to say. Hold on, wait. Hold on. What is this? How many times
that it was a genuine threat. Sorry, let me.
Okay, not that one. That's not it.
To Ethan Klein, I think a lot of that is conjecture. Sorry.
So that's a sorry. That doesn't count. That's not a sorry.
Not unbiased. Sorry. In my issue,
So the sorries that she mentions are her correcting herself,
struggling with that.
and then her getting a phone call. I thought she said sorry specifically in the video, right? Or maybe not. Maybe she doesn't say sorry. What does she say to Bad Empanada?
To the forefront of media when.
So she pulls out the phone about halfway through, right? And she starts reading it. 20 gifted! Thank you, fake name!
Greetings. In your recent video, how
DeOrio.
Ethan Klein said his children consume. That was not my intention to claim that Bad Empanada is the sole center reason as to why.
This is an apology.
Ethan Klein has been accused.
This is an apology defending Bad Empanada
of,
Can I say something?
neglecting his children or for CPS being called on his children.
And she's removed Bad Empanada from the title, yeah.
Yeah, that was not my intention for showcasing that clip.
You're literally apologizing to Bad Empanada. It's happening right now.
I'll just provide some context here. While I do think that some people do not deserve empathy, that they've gone beyond the realms of where empathy should be extended to them, I also think that when I do my videos, I try to structure them in a way to understand the person's perspective of whoever I'm covering.
Wait! I'm wrong. I have to apologize. No, guys, listen, people who are saying this, they're wrong in the chat too. I'm realizing it right now, man. I'm realizing it. Wait.
I always do the possible.
I'm wrong. You gotta stop the clip. Are you realizing it too? We're wrong. You're wrong, chat. The chat is wrong. She never apologized to Bad Empanada.
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
She never did. She never did. She apologized to Bad Empanada. Does that count? Did you even consider?
I always do the possible.
She apologized to Bad Empanada, not Bad Empanada. Oh my god, we fucked up the entire story.
Was that from a Reddit post?
Kidding!
The document for the skull situation, showing that the museum verified the skulls being sent by a VPN, the price, etc. I don't know if that would completely absolve anyone. And that's sort of the reason why I also didn't showcase that. It sort of gets into the weeds of who done it, which is not something that I think it's
appropriate for me to speculate on fully. I think that a lot of people, again, want me to take sides in my video, take sides on speculating on who done it. And I didn't want to get in the thick of that. That was sort of essentially what my goal was. I wanted to showcase what happened, but not...
Bro, I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows.
Speculate, because that just feels like I'm getting into the weeds of this very bizarre internet drama.
Then why did you choose to get into the weeds of this very bizarre internet drama? This is self-inflicted. This is self-harm. This video is your self-harm.
But
you could have just not made it. Just say you're in it for a paycheck and that you don't care about any of this shit and stop pandering. I would honestly respect it more.
I can see how essentially it feels like I'm just sort of showcasing these posts and then avoiding it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you literally verbally stated that you're a Hassan Piker fan. In one of the previous segments that we've done, we saw you say it.
Again, I just feel like I try to avoid speculation, but yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. You're a YouTube drama video essayist. Speculation is like half of the script. What are we talking about here? I try to avoid speculation. What do you just do in-depth descriptions? You're a YouTube describer?
That being said, I personally don't think Ethan Klein sent himself human skulls. I don't, which is why
Great! That's awesome!
Didn't mention that in my video. And I don't think in my follow-up video people would draw that conclusion either if they watched through the full thing. If anyone did think that, I greatly apologize. As far as not knowing,
it looked like you're a chat slave with like a metaphorical gun pointed to your head and forced to say this to Bad Empanada so these people would stop harassing you. That's what it looked like. It looked like you were literally forced to say this and fucking put this this concept into the ether because Bad Empanada is threatening to sue you.
Knowing the extent of who Bad Empanada is or Bad Empanada, I knew of which I.
If you don't know who Bad Empanada is, you don't know enough about this to cover it. If you've somehow not heard Bad Empanada's name said out loud, then you do not know enough to make this video. That is like an immediate... That's not even a red flag, bro. This is like crimson. The whole room is red. It's a red padded room.
I do mispronounce a lot of things in my videos, which I...
Nick fixed script. It's not me. It is not me. That would be a you or a YouTube thing.
Something.
What the fuck? Why did Yugi versus Raphael just come up on the screen?
That conclusion either if they watched through the full thing. If anyone did think that, I greatly apologize. As far as not knowing the extent of who...
Wait, you couldn't see that? On my end, I see it perfectly. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Okay, you guys couldn't see it. No, I apologize. I'm sorry. For some reason, Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Raphael was taking over. All right. Clear. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Bad Empanada is, or Bad Empanada. I knew of, which
I thought it was black. It is not black.
I do mispronounce a lot of things in my videos, which I will try to get better at.
I'm sorry. Bad Empanada is not a teehee oopsie. I mispronunciated it. It's like a fundamental misunderstanding of the drama. I will not allow you to do that.
I knew of him through watching Ethan's podcast in preparation for this video only. I knew that he had been involved in the speculation regarding Ethan's children contracting Giardia, just through, talking about the skulls, etc. I saw that he had streamed with denims in the clip that I put into the video, and I felt like that was...
I don't think that's true. I don't think he's ever streamed with denims. And if he has, I've never seen it, and I don't believe you have a clip of that. No, Nick, listen. I think that she is intending to talk about Bad Empanada doing a reaction Denim's doing a reaction to Bad Empanada's video, right? This is like the shit Saturday meme.
There's enough context for the situation at hand. I knew that he was involved in this online beef drama. I had seen videos from Ethan's podcasts themselves.
Like, even now, I don't think that she has a grasp of what's even happening. while explaining she does.
You know, not from online subreddit drama, to sort of know that he was involved in this sort of beef that Ethan was having online. But I didn't look into Bad Empanada.
I really like you.
Why? Yeah, no, she literally thinks that they're doing a collaborative stream. She has no idea what she's totally out to lunch.
And his personal pages and everything, because again, it felt like I was going on this weird rabbit hole tangent that...
Yeah, no, it's not a weird rabbit hole. Doing basic video research is actually not a weird rabbit hole, but I understand how you made that mistake.
I just I didn't want to go down. It felt very toxic.
Please just say you're doing it for money. I would literally just like change my tune in an idiot. Like, a single minute would change my entire interpretation of who you are as a content creator if you just shut up and admit that you're doing this for money.
Sick, you know? Again, I feel like that's kind of what it can feel like sometimes when it comes to Ethan Klein and then Bad Empanada and a lot of these sort of, you know, different online experiences. And maybe people who are fans of Ethan's are more familiar with all of this. You know, where it's very toxic online threads that can lead you down a very dark rabbit hole. And I wanted to cover...
Keep in mind, this is not like a gaming YouTuber who's crying or whatever because they don't like big, mean drama YouTubers infringing in their space. This is a drama YouTuber who doesn't understand the concept of why people watch their own videos. She's so out to lunch, she doesn't even understand her own purpose in life.
You know, the broad view expanse of his career. But if Bad Empanada is a huge part of his career that I was massively missing out on, I greatly apologize.
If she's literally days into getting criticism for this video, claiming she's interpreting it, thanking people who are sending it, and she still doesn't know how bad she fucked up. She literally knows nothing about what she's talking about. You should not be streaming to tell people that you know even less than we even perceived you to know.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I felt like the amount that I knew about Bad Empanada was enough context for the situations at hand. That also is because I'm not...
Again, this video is 3 hours long. You shot from the hip for 3 fucking hours. And now you're admitting there's problems with the video and it's staying up on your YouTube channel. It's not like this is your garden variety bad video. This is literally one of the worst videos on the site.
Super involved in subreddit groups or online niche spaces that are very familiar with the guy. But after this situation, I was certainly caught up enough to know that, honestly, I don't want anything to do with Bad Empanada.
What's the name of the guy?
I don't.
This is insane.
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
OMG. She is admitting on stream that she saw the key backstory elements but left all the key points. The defam case is getting stronger and stronger. Completely started with a conclusion and made a video to support it.
Yeah, but that's how most people think when they're making these videos, and they also think that that's a good thing. A lot of these like shitter lazy drama channels are like, oh, okay, everyone hates Ethan. How can I farm that effectively, right? That's the intent behind the release of this content. So I am not surprised, but maybe other people are, I guess.
No, thank you. That brings me to my other point, which is the claim that I just sourced my video from subreddits. Firstly, I utilized the H3 Snark subreddit, which was accidentally used in a photo when I was referencing...
Yeah, she literally showcased the H3 Reddit, where she goes, yeah, the H3 Reddit was the first to report on it, and she's so stupid. She used the Snark thing as the actual Reddit.
The H3 podcast subreddit. And that was an error I did not catch beforehand. Usually I catch like, oh, that was a wrong photo used. Let me switch that out. I did not catch that one. I'm really sorry about that. Because I knew, but the reason why I sourced H3 Snark subreddit more often in this video than I source Snark subreddits usually.
It's because like they have all the clips that you'd want.
Is, to be completely honest, because I knew Ethan hates that subreddit and other Snark pages, and that there...
I went out of my way to use this because... Wait, but why does Ethan hate it? Wait, do you have any idea why Ethan might not like it?
There's an ongoing litigation, which, disclaimer, I'm not extensively versed on the details of this ongoing litigation. But whenever that's the case, it does spark my curiosity.
Disclaimer, I know nothing about what I'm talking about. I'm constantly not in the know. Please watch my 3-hour video essay.
Why is someone suing a snark page? What are they afraid of?
I don't know. Maybe you should Google it as part of your research process. I hate her. I hate her so much.
What's the
How
name
have you
of the
fucking
guy
survived
from
this
Keemstar
long?
Orbiter?
And no,
Nick
I'm not
Oreo.
talking about on
Mr.
YouTube.
Oreo.
How do you breathe? How do you wipe? How do you forget that do you not forget your body needs fucking air and just start suffocating in fucking real life? It's so obnoxious to hear this person just simply persists on this platform.
Especially because a lot of creators are much bigger and have a much larger following than these snark subreddits. The same could be said with content crash out.
Dude, ask about Boogie2988, how his entire world was ruined by one Reddit thread. Yes, because retards like you, this is literally why he hates Snark. You're case zero for why he hates these fucking people. Because a bunch of uneducated dipshit morons will cobble together whatever the fuck they see on this subreddit and regurgitate it without actually looking into the context. You're a case study in why these things are actually, like, damaging these content creators. You are the reason, yes!
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo.
I can't stress this
Mr.
enough.
Oreo.
If you go to her YouTube channel right now, her bio is, I like to research. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you.
I found Ethan's Boston bombing video, which was deleted elsewhere on the snark pages. His compilation of slurs, many of the things that were completely deleted off of other, online pages.
Because, yeah, if you don't support your usage of slurs, you should probably remove that footage from your video, right?
Be found on these subreddits. So that's why I source them. Oftentimes, when things are deleted elsewhere on social media, I'll be able to find them.
The problem is that you have arguments, right? And you don't know anything about this. Where did your arguments come from? Is your video like, hey, I don't know anything about Ethan Klein or Hassan Piker. Here is the viewer experience. Or are you acting like you know what you're talking about when you really don't in your video? It's the second one, to be clear. She's presenting herself as like a knowledgeable entity.
Nicholas, the
on
goat.
subreddits.
I appreciate that.
So I did utilize
I think
these
this
pages
stream
for
defends her from defamation. BC, you have to prove malicious intent, and you knew what you said was a lie. And I think it's clear she's just a moron. Also, do you think she's worse than Con Nick?
To be clear, I don't think defamation is even... I don't think that's happening. I don't think Ethan is suing anybody over this. What was your additional question? Do you think this is worse than King of Nothing? Yeah. The only thing in King of Nothing that is worse than this is when he accuses Ethan of being a crypto scammer. Even to this point, I don't think anybody has even attempted to use that argument in any of their videos. I've never seen it come up again. Here we go.
that purpose. That is why I do think Reddit can be a good source sometimes. The H3 podcast subreddit is also a good source for that as well. They'll have clips of things that have been deleted online, and you can find a sort of, it's like an archival site at times. But you can also find opinion pieces that are sometimes very thought-provoking. Same thing could be said for me. I reflected on...
So she's literally just extending it. Like, hey, here's the controversy, right? Here is the, people are saying that I'm being corrupted by these snark posts and regurgitating their arguments. So here, let me tell you exactly how I use them.
Nick is the bad empanada of Fortnite gaming commentary
True.
live streamers.
Exactly.
A lot of thought pieces on my content, what was wrong with it, that I'm sort of, again, responding to here, on the H3 podcast subreddit.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Reddit is an archive. Again, unironically, she'd probably have better mileage with Kiwi Farms. She'd never defend it, but that's literally what they're using those threads for.
And and so I think that sometimes it's a way to sort of review the general online consensus. But
this is like people are like, oh, I wanted to defend her too. There's nothing to defend here. This person should not be a YouTube drama creator. Their mentality in this video is insane. The things that they are saying here is not somebody who should be producing well-edited 3-hour documentaries. She has zero understanding of her own topics and lacks like the willingness to even learn anything about what she's talking about.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
She sounds
Nick
satisfied
Oreo.
with mediocrity.
Mr. Oreo.
Or instead of mediocrity,
Can she
just
spend
like
her time
defamation.
doing something more valuable to society? Like sitting alone in an empty room?
Thank you for hitting the goal, guys. You've earned another goal.
Again, I can see where people are like, that's also a way to get a very biased source. And I agree. Ethan also does source subreddits often too, his own subreddit. So that is where I don't understand fully why it's wrong for me.
Okay, but is Ethan pulling up a clip from his subreddit to show something, and then like if he's responding using that clip, he lived it, like he's a first person source, right? That's a little different than you regurgitating some random unhinged schizophrenic freak's argument.
I get it, but also if that's the case, then why does he source his own subreddit? That being said, I also sourced from the H3 podcast subreddit, especially on the Hassan dog collar section, which he completely skipped over. At least the second.
Wait, but then how did you?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Guys,
video.
for context, I think it's gonna
Did she write this nonsense? Read it over, and then go, damn. I nailed it. I bet she did.
Yes!
Sad.
Okay, so for her Hassan Piker dog collar stuff, for people who didn't watch the video or my live stream, she literally just like regurgitated Hassan saying, "No, I didn't do it." That was her big takeaway. Like, Hassan said he didn't do it.
Half of that in my video, it made it seem like I was 100% on Hassan's side, but I was not in that video. So I do encourage you to watch that for yourself. I also do.
I watched it. I'm not really understanding what she's trying to say here.
Think when I find a situation, a controversy, I should be sure to show the subject's response to that controversy as much as possible. I did do that in sections like the frenemy section.
Guy, the big one that you needed to do that for is the FUPA one, because you literally just like posted half-decade debunked defamation and just threw it in your script. Like, that's not one where you need to show the other side. It's one that needs to be cut when you find out why you're wrong. Like, you should not have uploaded a video in the state of the FUPA argument. That should not have been there.
If you don't think I did, please go back and watch it, though I will talk about frenemy.
And it's only you're at fault every time. She has done no wrong. You are always the one at fault.
More later on. In the content cop section, I did not agree with iDubbbz, and I showed Ethan's response. So please watch that. I showed Ethan's responses to the housekeeper lawsuit. The list goes on. Sorry, my mouth's getting dry. Anyways, to really...
Is she showing more views on the video? I don't know what is her
Can I say
attempt
something to you, Nick? I really like you.
here really trying to do. It sounds like she's literally just like trying to farm more views on the video. And I guess like endlessly defend herself. If she does one more stream though, I think she'll probably
What's the name of the guy?
Show as much of my sources as possible.
Nick Oreo.
Thank you.
Mr. Oreo.
I'm going to go over the script so you can see exactly where I source snark and when I didn't. I've been discussing wanting to share scripts anyways. So sorry, it's so essentially.
Why are you still streaming? Like, she's realizing in real time this is like not a good idea. She's already stated that people told her it's not a good idea. Why is she doing this? What is happening in her mind?
Actually, yeah, so you can kind of follow along my video like a caption, but with extra hyperlinks and kind of go off of,
Nobody's gonna do that. Like, dude, every time a YouTuber comes forward and goes, "Oh, dude, I'm so glad that I added this new feature, so you guys can now just like follow along with me and find all the sources in real time." Nobody's ever going to use that. Ever.
Video into extra.
The majority of people watch your videos as slop when they're fucking driving to work, which is what my content is for, right? Or they're watching you when they're taking a poo. You're not making this high effort content that's being viewed by scholars or whatever, where people are using supplementary material. It's not the Halo campaign where you got to read a comic book, okay? You're somebody's bathroom break. Act like it.
If you want to read up even more on my sources, where I gather information, see if they are biased or not, and then that'll help me kind of grow as a content creator as well. Okay, is this biased? Should I have found a better source, etc.? Yeah, I'm always open to feedback. So this script is linked in the description of this video, but I'll be sure to do that for other scripts moving forward as well. Yeah, and then if you want to read through the links of every source, you have a right to do so.
That being said, I do think the phrase "you sourced from a snark, so your information bad" is, or your information is bad, is a thought terminating cliche. A thought terminating cliche is a common phrase that ends a
I think your thoughts have been terminated because of like lobotomy. No, your arguments are bad. They must come from snark. It's people trying to understand how you could be so wrong.
discussion and discourages further critical thinking by dismissing a complex issue with a simplistic, memorable statement. Essentially, if the information is true, if I'm using a clip that Ethan himself
appreciated the shout out.
Thank you.
did say, then what's wrong with it being gathered from a snark sub?
It's because the commentary that is coming with that clip, right, is you saying something extremely retarded. That's why people are saying that. It's like, oh, this must be like a snark brain take, because what you're saying alongside the clip is either A, a regurgitation of some like notable post that people are seeing, or B, which is more likely, you're just like saying something so ridiculous. It sounds like it's coming from like a parasocial loser whose, I guess their only job is uploading clips and crying about them on Reddit for free.
Reddit. It feels like at times people are trying to essentially dismiss like any sort of information.
Yeah, so what you're saying, and I get this, right? You don't want people to dismiss your video from sources. Like, I will showcase, I miss the old iDubbbz on subreddit stuff sometimes, or watch a hater's compilation of his shit. I understand that perspective. But if you go and watch the iDubbbz stream, you're going to see that he's actually equally, or more so in some cases, pathetic than I show you in the video, right? I don't get a lot of people going, oh, you're using the iDubbbz subreddit, because iDubbbz is so fucking pathetic every single day of his life, that it, I guess, like, it's factual. I mean, you can watch my video and watch his stream and you're like, yeah, that's the same person. You're just wrong.
Ask you nice enough? I don't respect you.
Your research is bad. You don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, people are assuming you're just taking.
Is it white guilt? Is it a white savior complex?
Maybe.
Is it because they find Hassan handsome? What drives these wheat women to go full defense force for Hassan even if it's stupid?
Like, you're acknowledging you know nothing about this, but when you finally do give a take, it's identical to what you're reading on a snark
I'm watching
post.
you, is what John Cena said to The Undertaker.
That's exactly what John Cena, yeah.
Just for the fact that it was gathered from a snark subreddit, I don't think that's necessarily valid. I understand at different points where I could have gotten something wrong or not understood the full context because of where I gathered the source. That is 100% valid, and I fully agree with that. If that's
literally the only criticism. What she just conceded is the only criticism.
That is 100% valid, and I understand at different points where I could have gotten something wrong or not understood the full context because of where I gathered the source.
Case closed. That's it. That's literally all. That is the concession.
Just started insulting me viciously.
We just sat here while you defended yourself when you were wrong, just so you can come out and like light concede the actual argument. Amazing.
That is 100% valid, and I fully agree with that. If that's the case. But just saying this is invalid because it was gathered from a snark subreddit, I feel like that could possibly be Ethan trying.
It's not because it's from a snark subreddit. It's from a snark subreddit, and you're wrong. And you're acknowledging you have no idea what you're talking about, and you're wrong, right? That's it.
Just find a way to discredit.
You cannot possibly be like wrong about the Fupa Fund because you read something somewhere. Like, that is not a mistake that you should be able to make in one of these videos. It's a 5-year-old debunked talking point.
Credit anyone.
Longer than 5 years. It's only been debunked for 5 years, to be clear.
Because of the fact that it was gathered from a snark subreddit. So,
yeah, she's sourcing Keemstar, who the full video implies Ethan stole millions of dollars. Or not stole millions of dollars. Made millions of dollars off of a fucking skin and, like, scammed his viewers. Completely non-factual argument. You kind of have to know the baseline of that, right?
I'm trying to balance those two perspectives, essentially. So let's go into the script sources.
Here, I'll make this bigger.
Oh, okay, cool. There's people viewing this already. I was like, who are these people? So yeah, here's the script. You can see in the very beginning, this is where I think I could have gathered a lot more. So when I had...
This is insane, dude. You can see here right from the very beginning, I should have got more clips. She just spent 20 minutes preempting us to see the script, and she now has to show everyone that her first clip that is sourced is from r/h3snark. I'm not kidding you. This is really happening. This person is live explaining it, and they now have to show you the very first clip on the screen has come from h3snark.
Highlight in green, this is the clips, essentially. And I'll do, clips that, to try and essentially, especially in the beginning, to be honest, sometimes I'll have clips that I think are, shocking, I guess, and I think
now who edited that shocking clip?
In this one, where I definitely went wrong is there's a lot of TikTok and
yeah, there is a lot of TikTok if you keep scrolling. Yeah, wait, why don't you show us where the TikTok is?
Nick, do people like this get millions of views without any criticism for years, and one video goes wrong and just don't know how to course correct? I just don't get. Is this where you want to be?
I don't know. I guess, I guess maybe it's nice to be blissfully ignorant how bad you are and make tons of money. But yeah, eventually you come down to earth and you become this person. It seems pretty unfulfilling to me.
I think this one was, commentary, Amon, a lot of, essentially critical videos from Ethan.
Yeah, are these first 4 clips TikToks, snark posts, or like literally a video on Ethan?
Or of Ethan. So sometimes, I'll do that essentially because it's like, okay, here are the critical pieces, that I'm trying to compile. This is essentially the critical pieces. I'm trying to show that.
What were your thoughts on the Bob Lax Ding Dong drama, and do you think Ding Dong was justified crashing out over someone echoing a statement he made online in front of an audience?
That's an old one. I think Ding Dong is an example of one of these YouTubers that I actually can't fucking stand, who cry about drama YouTubers. I don't think retroactively I'm going to take Ding Dong's side on that one, but I'd have to look at it again. Ding Dong seemed like a whiny fucking baby in that drama, and that was my interpretation of him, and it hasn't shifted because I haven't seen anything else he's done. So now, just to be clear, let me pull this up again. We are in our incognito window, so let's go through some of these clips. We have number 1. This is an H3snark Reddit clip. Number 2, TikTok, Ethan memorable TikTok. Number 3, TikTok, Ethan memorable TikTok. Number 4, Ethan memorable TikTok. Number 5, why I can't support Ethan Klein. Is this coming from Ethan's actual account? No, it's Spill Some Tea With Me. That's who's posting it. So now we're on number, what is this? 4, 5, 6. This is the Legend of Ethan Klein. This is the Amon animation one. So we're on 6. These are TikToks by RJ Dub. This is a YouTube video. There we go. All right. So we're on like clip number 8, I guess, if you count this as 2. That is the first clip of Ethan Klein from an Ethan Klein related video. Then we go right back to H3snark. We've got the H3snark Goblin Mode clip. We have, this is just random NPR things on Palestine. Another H3snark clip. I don't know why she's posting this. Distractify's article of H3H3. Business Insider's article on H3H3. I guess this is, yeah, we met at the Holocaust Museum. So we go into chapter 2.
Put that together so you can see kind of the most, it's
people are claiming there's at least 50 clips related to snark in the script.
Introduction, I have it literally labeled as intro. This is the introduction. This is what I'm going to discuss, So a lot of times when I'll clip things, it's from sources that are critical of Ethan to really showcase that and compile that.
There's a KFC.
Thank you.
Taiwan number 1. China number 4. Taiwan number 1.
Based.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
She only used H3 channel clips as B-roll.
That's another thing. Yeah, some of the clips are B-roll.
Together within the script. I'll try not to do that moving forward if that's a problem. I can source from his actual podcast itself clips. Because I can see how that, especially if it's right out the gate and it looks like it's all, these sort of sources. If you're someone that's gonna discount something right out the gate, it's gonna look like I'm gathering from Snark right there. So
I'm not claiming that my videos are better aged than hers, because there are problems in my old videos that I posted when they were video essays. I made those on my cell phone. I don't know if you know this. Hour long, 2 hour long, even the new Mama Max videos. I typed them into my notes app. I don't have this. This doesn't exist. You can't go and find a script for a video with clips laced in between. I wrote the fucking thing. In some cases, some of those videos were written by segment in single settings. And then I would go and alter the initial first draft. Some of this is like almost off the dome of me typing it, pulling up a clip, typing it, pulling up a clip, typing it. And then after that, there'd be modified
Nicholas DeOrio.
segments. In some cases, while I'm recording, I will change a segment. That is how my videos were created back in the day.
Yeah, then I talk about the Throughline podcast. This looks like a Reddit source as well. This is a source of Ethan, reporting something. Again, this is what made me a little bit intimidated. Was I had seen him report something as he was sort of suggesting, like, do we report this video? Do we not? For terrorism.
To be clear here, I'm just showing you an example. This video right here on this channel, this one was written in a cell phone notes app. This Ethan Klein hate video that is on my main YouTube channel, I typed into the notes app on the iPhone, probably the iPhone 6 or something, what was out around this time. Story. Showcasing a pretty stupid decision Keemstar made. Taking aim at Swatistic is an insane fucking one. That is a great fucking time. But also, this video right here on Mama Max was also written on a cell phone. I would copy and paste paragraphs when I'm doing collaborations and send them to people, like John Swan when I'm working with him, because I wouldn't have like a Google document. But this video that I made on Mama Max, that is widely considered to be my best video, was also made in my iPhone Notes app.
That made me a little bit nervous going into making this content, because I was scared that if I didn't navigate this content, very strategically, that it was going to get, reported as terrorism.
Nicholas DeOrio.
A source from Distractify about a quote.
My favorite Bo Black story is when he went to Linus Tech Tips studio for a tour. He had to fight the urge to scream at S-Fan for being friends with Mizkif.
Yeah, he's like insane, dude. Bo Black's like a crazy person.
Of someone who was a former fan or a fallen fan of their opinion on the Kleins. Then a study about
why is she not, okay, two things. One, why is she not showing any of these clips like in real time? And two, why is the Slender Man currently on 7 pages and about to get her? What's happening? Can you hear that? Is that coming through on your end? It appears you're about to get the last page and the Slender Man is coming for her. Dude, this is Ethan Klein's lawyers. It's not even, you're saying it's dead air. It's not dead air.
This is a source from Business
It's the Slender Man.
Insider. Yeah, sorry, I think that got a little bit mixed up. I'm trying to read what it was. But yeah, so then it goes into the direct source of...
it's the entity that steals the covers of our outlets.
of their podcasts. Again, I watched these actual clips themselves. Okay, for some reason this got copy and pasted here, I think. I don't know why.
So now she's like finding out in real time that her script isn't even like an accurate representation. That's so funny.
But yeah, so anyway.
You know how she could have avoided this? By scripting a response to this whole thing and not making this live stream.
Anyways, here's a study that I looked into on Tourette's, because I wanted to be mindful of that and make sure that I was actually reading up about but I
Dude, you went to it. You net decked mood state. Like, what is this?
actually
Mood disorders emerge earlier.
reading up about.
Wait, what is TS?
Oh.
Wait, the mood anxiety disorders in Tourette's patients? This is the research you did? Not finding out who Bad Empanada is? You're researching anxiety disorders common for Tourette's patients.
But I do want to say, I think it was. I don't think it was fully. I was actually.
Wait, what is the URL of this?
That
I can't see it.
Make sure that I was actually reading up about it, but I do want to say,
dude, the snarker or the T channel urge to research potential diagnoses or whatever rather than the actual subject matter of their video. The overwhelming T channel fucking guys, I have to prove this guy's a narcissist. I will not be researching the talking points, but I have got to prove this guy has a fucking disorder.
I think it was. I don't think it was fully right. Oh, here, sorry. We have a clipping method where we
guys, dude, I know that I could be finding out more information that actually pertains to the video, but I've gotta research the DSM-5, guys. Oh god, I gotta go through the DSM-5. I can't look at any of this stuff. I have to read the DSM-5. Dude, I'm sorry, I cannot fucking take this entire community's content. It's so prevalent in these videos, too. It's like, hey, do you have any more information on the story? You're making a 3-hour video. No, but I have all this about the DSM-5. Oh, God.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Clip things and then put it into folders for what chapter we're working on, but I want to delete that so you're not like, what is this? But yeah, so I wanted to...
Oh, thank you guys for hitting the goal. I appreciate it. You guys have earned another goal. Lol.
I don't think it's fully right for me to... be speculating on someone's mental health fully.
Then why did you... Oh, fully. Okay, there's our fucking qualification. Our qualifying statement is the fully part.
I just also wanted to really ensure that I was, reading up on Tourette's and everything and researching into it, not just, saying Ethan has Tourette's, moving on anyways. Look at him. Look at how crazy he looks. That was...
Did I even mention Tourette's in my video? I have like multiple videos on Ethan. I don't know if I ever mentioned that he has Tourette's. It hasn't come up. You know why it keeps coming up though? Because it's like a huge talking point for the snarkers. I don't know, dude. We were shitting on Ethan for years. Did we make videos? Like we might have. I could be wrong on this. Let me see. Is this like, I don't know. Did I ever flash like is this one of your tics, Ethan? Maybe. I know the audience would complain about it, but I don't think that we were like.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
So she was worried about getting his Tourette's symptom wrong, but wasn't concerned about calling him a pet?
No mention. All right, no mention from the first video.
Made when he ducked.
Not that one. It's almost like we were arguing like the talking points back then. I don't know. We were a different breed of haters. I see the word tournaments. I don't know. I don't see them in my two main videos.
My intention.
Is AU a virgin?
Thank you!
No, I'm not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
She got a PhD in the link between Tourette's and Jewish hallucination. Is she JFK's lead Tylenol researcher?
We need like extremely eerie music to start playing in the very beginning of this. Wait, hold on. So I was doing a little research, guys, right? Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait, I think I can find it. I actually think I can find this. Leaked? Is it... Hold on. Wait, do I have this? Segment. I think I can... I don't know if I'm gonna... Oh, I might have deleted this video. Onision? Is this it? Did I remove the copyright? Let me see. What is this? Nobody is perfect. This one. I think this is the song I need. Hold on. So guys, I have been researching some of the talking points related to this drama, okay? And I think we are potentially going to be able to link the concept of Tourette's syndrome to Judaism. I have been seeing a lot of signs on social media, and I have been talking to the approved scientists, and I think we might be able to prove that Ethan being Jewish contributes to the way his brain works. Okay, I'm sorry.
Other content creators kind of do that, where they're like, look at how unhinged Ethan looks. And I felt like that was a little bit disrespectful.
That was the Mouthy Buddha song. I think it has like the big drop. Yeah, right.
Sexual.
Dude, the second that you see the Jews pop up.
My video to come across different. So,
that is actually the one from Mouthy Buddha's video.
So that was kind of my my intention with that. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I had watched their video on birthright. I read up on a Vice article on birthright. Watched a video on Hila discussing her raids.
Her what? Her what?
Hila discussing her raids. Watched a video on Hila discussing her raids.
Her AIDS?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Her AIDS?
So also what's interesting is
it can't be raids. She participated in one ride-along. So how, dude, do you think that she's really the raider of Ramalan or whatever the fuck? Or is she the aider of, dude, oh my God.
There's a lot of what Ethan seemed
Listen, AIDS is no longer a death sentence, okay?
to be upset at me about when talking, and I'll get into this later, but yeah, when talking about some of this stuff, was gathered from the H3 fandom wiki. You know, like I really wanted to look at what the H3 fandom itself had to say, so I looked into that.
You were extremely lazy and the Wikipedia popped up on Google. Stop acting like you're this like altruistic fucking research enjoyer.
Quite often.
It's just such unreal cope to watch this happen in real time.
But yeah, obviously the raids clip was spread a lot on the H3 snark. But of course I looked at the actual, video itself. I looked at, information on...
Again, if you're going to argue this whole video is fucking snark talking points, this is not going to convince you. Because just because a clip is easy to find and easy to put in there doesn't mean that you're not just reading through the snark, finding all the clips, and then going and making your segment, right? Like, you can read what somebody said, go out, source the clip, and then put that in your script.
Women in the IDF, serving in the military, standard length of service, all of that information. An interview with Insider that Hila had done, which on this Google account is a paywall, but I did.
Video.
Do I know who Lindsay Dodgson
This
is?
like both sidesing Pokey and Shelbo's relationship.
True.
Read the full thing. Yeah, their first video on chocolate from their own channel that they reacted to. Let me sort of, but yeah, as you can see, a lot of these sources, if you read down, is coming from their own videos that I would read, not from Snark.
So wait, she's not going to r as to how these clips are used and what they're talking about?
Here's just a Reddit post, not from Snark, but r/Tim Dillon, where again I would get opinion pieces where someone gets frustrated.
Wait, so would you get opinion pieces? Did she source this as like, hold on, I'm interested. Let me see this segment on Tom Dillon right now. I want to grade this in real time because I actually don't know. Cruel World, Happy Mind. What did she say about Tom Dillon? Let me see. I'm gonna pop in here right
As up
now
here.
and grab this.
On Reddit.
Did she showcase the screenshot and go, this is their opinion, or did she try to, like, regurgitate it? Tom. Let me see. Did she even say Tom Dillon's name? Where is this?
Here's
okay.
Is if I would read.
When it came to Ethan Klein's job as a host, many complained that Ethan wasn't very good at it. So I guess many complained would be that, right? So this is the Reddit post that's on the screen.
Many did complain about Ethan's job as a host.
Wait, then why would people think that it's... If it's on the screen and she's literally showing the Reddit post,
Podcasts at the time,
then we obviously know it came from r/Tim Dillon.
That being said, many did complain about Ethan's job.
Why is it like a reveal to find out where this came from?
As a host, even back then, early on, people thought that he wouldn't often ask the hard questions of the guests on the show, or would often interrupt.
So she's like acting like this is new information.
Not from Snark. Here's just a Reddit post, not from Snark, but r/Tim Dillon, where again I would get opinion pieces where someone gets frustrated that Ethan's interrupting a lot, you know, just to figure out, you know, what's the general online consensus, what are people feeling, what are they reacting to, to really understand, you know, even just back, you know, 3 years ago.
Wait a minute, does that mean hold on, it is B-roll, because why did she only source one post? Did she Google H3 podcast, find one singular post of the Tim Dillon subreddit from 3 years ago, and say that it's bad and that's it? I hear people are saying this.
How did people feel?
Where are all the other examples?
You know,
I mean, she's right. Like, people did say that, but like, your one example just happens to be the B-roll.
Kind of put that in. You know, understanding, again, the comment, I do think sometimes if I'm trying to condense videos, I'll sort of, I make flippant statements or, you know, not go into it deep enough.
I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Wait, what?
She is using this as an argument to say it's not all from Snark, which is beyond brain dead.
Wait. Can we just hear that confession?
Yeah, I make...
If the video's too long, I just shoot from the hip.
Flippant statements, or I'll sort of... I do think sometimes if I'm trying to condense videos, I'll sort of... I make flippant statements or, you know, not go into it deep enough. I think that happened probably with me commenting on Ela Klein and Teddy Fresh. Essentially...
What? This is worst case scenario. Because I was trying to condense the video, I made a flippant statement, not showing a serious or respectful attitude, towards the insinuation that Hila Klein is a pedophile. And the reason I'm giving you is because I needed to condense it.
That happened probably with me commenting on Ela Klein and Teddy Fresh. Essentially, I do feel... Is
she talking about the clothing part of the Teddy Fresh? You have to be very specific.
My opinion, you know, again, I feel opinion wise. I genuinely want to know, and I'm genuinely asking Ethan. You know, he's made a lot of comments on, you know, joking about pedophilia.
Holy shit, she's actually justifying the statement. Wait, this is actually like malicious. So her video was too long, so she had to just, you know, make a flippant statement accusing his wife of being a pedophile. And now she's gonna be like, well, you had a pedo Reddit account, right, Ethan?
Made a lot of comments.
You compared Hila Klein wearing fucking rainbows and clouds to people who tried to molest you as a child.
And about, you know, children.
Yeah, generational debt for this woman.
On, you know, joking about pedophilia, made a lot of comments about, you know, children, making jokes about it. You know, that's totally fine if that's your humor style, I guess. But, you know, when Ela made a clothing line with a teddy bear, feeling like there's a lack of colorful, playful clothing for adults. I guess I just want to know.
So you're saying right now that Ethan is a pedophile because he's married to someone with 3 kids that is his own age, like around his own age, but who wears I guess, teddy bears?
Why?
Do you think that, like, they name their kid... Like, she didn't say this, right? Did they name their kid Teddy for ulterior motives? Like, this is like an argument.
These were some of the other photos regarding Hila's style.
Wait, why is one of them where she's just blue? She's blue in that one. Must be a pedophile. All pedophiles wear blue.
This on
what is this?
Kids.
This is this looks like a fucking pink guard in dude, pedophile is when blue.
I think it's kind of interesting, the hyper focus on
being blue.
Kids, yeah. That's my personal take. I don't.
Do you think that every YouTuber who uses like Fortnite gameplay, or YouTubers like Nick A30 who makes family-friendly content, do you think those people are actually like child predator rapists and that's why they're doing it? Or do you think potentially they're reaching out to the largest possible demographic of people who'd be willing to purchase their product or watch their show? You stupid, ignorant piece of shit.
And everything.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that last statement. You stupid, ignorant bitch. I'm just wondering, like, do you not have any do you not know any reason why this potentially could be something that they would want to sell?
I just genuinely, I think it's kind of interesting, the hyper focus on kids. Yeah. That's my personal take. I'm not insinuating anything else.
What do you mean you're not insinuating anything else? That's the only thing that's insinuation. That's the only insinuation that's insane. Like that, yeah, that's what people are criticizing you for. You're crazy.
I think it's kind of interesting.
Wait, why do you think it's interesting? The coward. Hey, coward. Why do you think that's interesting? What are you trying to say?
The jokes, the style, and I want to.
You're saying that they're child molesters. That's the ooh, crazy, makes you really think.
Know why that is, it's genuinely just a fascination, I guess.
You're comparing them to people who fucking try to groom you.
That they have. That's my only.
That's the only implication that people could possibly draw from these claims.
Statement on that. Yeah, then we move on to the CSGO chapter.
How could you not just apologize? How are you doubling down on this?
Here's from all of their own content.
She opens that segment going, yeah, to condense the video down, I shot from the hip on the pedo allegation. Oh, awesome, dude. Thank you.
But yeah, also.
And then just immediately moving on.
Tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated.
Stop. Check the link under the Hila photo.
Stop. Check the link under Hila's photos.
Why? Check the link under the Hila photos. Under the Hila photo. Like this one? WDD. Open link.
Is this
How
really
Teddy
Wally?
Fresh finds inspiration in nostalgia and reflecting Hila Klein's personal style. A few years ago, Hila Klein was shopping around and realized there were not as many pieces she wanted to wear. There's a lack of colorful and playful clothing for adults. She noticed this wasn't the case when it came to children's apparel or vintage items. She decided to start her own clothing line to change that. I decided to try and go for it. So she's thinking she's filling a niche. She called it Teddy Fresh because her husband Ethan Klein loved the name. Theodore or Teddy. It also happens to be the name of their 2-year-old son. Is this what I'm supposed to be looking at? Or is there anything... Oh, yeah, she has like a source as to why it's there. Hila claimed, and it kind of shocks us because all of a sudden you realize you're totally at the hands of a company. This is the People article for Hila Klein. The brand fashion news. Posts here. Reddit comment H3 snark. Calling Hassan's... Oh my god. So she got the screenshots of Hila Klein's post from Snark. Okay. Context. What is this? The shirt, therapy is not enough. I need to ruin his life. This is how they should feel about Hassan. Her style is if Harajuku fashion
Nick
was sold
just started
at Walmart.
insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Every one of these pictures looks like my 5-year-old niece when we let her play dress up with my girlfriend's clothes. Random shit thrown together called fashion. You guys ever see Arrested Development? She dresses like Charlize Theron's character Rita. I gasped the blackface, never knew she did that. Yeah. Hear me out. Ethan and Hila have this pent-up dweeby energy and angst in them, basing it off the pictures here. Let me see. I'm wondering if any of these comments are going to insinuate, like, pedophilia. That would be funny if that's the case. They're not even saying it. They ripped off Hello Kitty. I think they licensed it, but it shows they can't get original designs. Even they're not saying pedophilia. That's funny. That is very funny. Did she go blonde after Frenemies ended? Jail. I'm laughing out loud. It's subjective. All right, the childlike aesthetic for adults is creepy. There's one. What else do we have? Finally showing what a nasty, mean-spirited person she is. Pedo core clothing. There's 2. She dresses up like a 14-year-old. There's 3. But they're kind of low down. A lot of these are from back when alt fashion got popular. She dressed like a 14-year-old at 35. Chris Chan. Need context for 12. Yeah. So there is stuff in here with that insinuation. Oh, that character is mentally retarded and childlike? I did not know that.
Nicholas,
thank you!
The GOAT. I appreciate that.
I would have more respect for some who only uses Wikipedia.
That is funny.
It's always channels like this that end up calling themselves researchers or journalists.
Feels so ridiculous.
And wonder why they get called stupid.
When you see the
What a
same
joke.
person who wore these clothes as the person who went on an illegal raid. This is like iconic journalism.
I want to say,
Nicholas
Dude,
the GOAT,
I can't believe I can't believe she went on an illegal raid and is also blue.
Totally can understand.
Thank you for hitting the goal, by the way. You guys have earned, you guessed it. Bitch, you guessed it. Another goal? You was right.
How that can be taken too far. Totally. Yeah. And if this is your style, go for it, girl. You're doing great. You're rocking it. Yeah. Went into, you know,
And we have a palette
sources
cleanser.
about, and
they're asking me for a they're sourcing gambling.
And also in this video, I gave, you know, Hila a lot of credit for pioneering outside.
You insinuated that she's like that either she's a pedophile or her husband wants to marry her because he's a pedophile
of the YouTube space. And
I gave her tons of credit before I insinuated that they're like pedophiles.
You know,
I was like, wow, you're like a pioneer of women on YouTube. That's crazy.
Launching a fashion brand at the time of Adpocalypse. When it comes to CSGO, you know, they really were creators.
A lot of credit is the most backhanded compliment ever. A lot of credit just feels like a lie. Like that's another form of defamation on here.
You know, kickstarted all of that.
You guys want a palette cleanser? I already played YMS. YMS was going to be our palette cleanser.
You know, kind of called out people who were, you know, fucking shit up on YouTube, you know, scamming kids. That's not cool. So yeah, here's you know, all of my sources. Here's the lawsuit
Nicholas
itself.
the GOAT,
you
thank
know?
you for the $5, my man.
Thank you.
So yeah, and Ethan's Deceptions, Lies, and CSGO Lotto video, which I watched and clipped. The Big, the Bold.
All right.
Nicholas!
I'm taking this into my own hands now.
Just wait till the Hassan BE crowd found out CWHM husband works for a defense contractor that bombs the crap out of Gaza.
Okay.
She didn't think this through.
What are her sources on the segment that we know is horrific, right? We know. Wait, what? Wow, this doc has changed a lot. Reload now. Guys, why is the document changing while we're in the stream? Why is the document... Why has it changed? What do you mean it changed a lot? Reload. What did she change? Ethan... Wait, these are these changes? Are these yellow parts things that are changing? Is she still right? Why are these timestamps highlighted and they just happen to be... Is she changing the... Does green mean it's new? She corrected the AIDS parts? Does green mean new? Look at the history. How do you look at history on here? Track the changes? How can you... Where can you go to revision history? Hold on. Let me grab a URL here for a second and pull this up in my own. That's so weird. Hold on. How do you access revision history on this? We request edit access. I can't do that, obviously. Tools, show print layout, make a copy, details, Google Docs, revision history. Go to file, vision history. Okay, so I should be able to just hit this. Wait, version history rather. Yeah. There is no version history. Like, it has been removed. It is blacked out. You cannot access the version history. You can't track the changes. Download a backup. I think I have a version of it that is still open that I can compare, right? Because I should still have this version, unless it reloaded this page as well, didn't it? Wait, so this is colored. This is colored. This is colored. Why are they green? I guess. Is she going back and, or was this here? There's no view history? No, you can't. The version history is in file. Did anybody download a copy of this last night? Because I didn't think that this would happen. I was unprepared
Nick
for this
just started
eventual
insulting
reality.
me viciously on Twitter.
Nick, I put a PDF copy on your Discord the last stream.
Ooh, you did do that, didn't you? Does anyone know where that would be? Can somebody at me at where that was? I could scroll up and look for it, but a PDF copy apparently does exist, so we might be able to compare. Here it is, the biggest downfall on YouTube, the unedited original upload that we now have, that we can pull up from Discord. Let me grab this. Hold on. 1 second. Boom. There it is. So I should be able to pull this off my desktop quickly and put the original copy. This is fun. It's like we're doing a scavenger hunt. Okay. So I have a straight rip of the initial version that was posted in comparison to the version that we now have, right? This is that. So let's see, have any of these links were always green. That, like, these haven't changed.
What's going on today, boys?
So,
you slimy Weasley fuck.
Wait, what?
I am once again asking for CMAs. The wolf, for a YMS segment. It starts with a howling wolf and part of the chorus is, I can feel how your flesh, how it's crying out for more. Which is basically YMS consent agreement when it comes to Lassie.
So, right here, this opens up copy link address. So it takes you to the same place. I don't know. We're gonna have to have somebody take a look at this and see what she changed.
Can I say something to you?
Because I don't think it's possible to find out while we're here.
Why?
All right. What we were actually doing, though, before that happened, before we found out that new piece of vital information, is we were looking for the start of hypocrisy, the FUPA fund argument. So the FUPA fund, I believe, is right here. The reaction video, Matt Haas, comedic skits on the channel. What were her sources on this? The Big, the Bold, and the Beautiful was Ethan Klein's video that was removed, right? Matt tried claiming the reaction video was a re-upload of his content. That's also in the We Won part. On May 25th, 2016, the couple uploaded a video on the H3 channel addressing the lawsuit. Okay, so this is this video.
Yes, we are being sued.
The initial We Are Being Sued video. Okay. Ethan and Hila were big champions of fair use and reaction style content. An entire community came together to support them on their cause for fair use in the early days with inspirations, which influenced how audiences and creators interpret fair use and reaction content to this
Nick
day.
just started insulting me viciously
Thank
on Twitter.
you. I believe the Rangers have scored. What was that one? Let me see. AI compare it? If someone wants to run an AI compare thing, we'll look at that, I guess. I would argue Ethan and Neela got assistance from Ryan Morrison or the video games attorney. Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah. Ethan and Neela got assistance from Ryan Morrison, the video game attorney, 2 lawyers turning content creators who initially helped them navigate the case. Initially, Haas sent the Klein 2 settlement offers.
I really like you.
Which were nearly $4,000. The second settlement, he removed the request to pay his legal fee. What is this video? Is this...
Yes, we are being...
So she looked at the initial "we are being sued" video. What about this one?
Did I not ask you nice enough?
Yes, we are being sued.
Okay, we're still sourcing that.
Oh no! What am I
Why copyright complaints are bad, I guess. Phil DeFranco, new chapter for fair use. The Kleins vow to join the fight against fair use and donate some of their own money. I assume this is going to be the same video again.
Since we posted our video 2 days ago, a lot has happened.
Oh no, it's not.
It's been crazy. And most of all, we've received...
So this is like the new chapter for fair use, the FUPA fund that came up in the second video. The FUPA fund dissolved. Okay. And that's it? This move received criticism from many, like including Keemstar. All right, what is this one? We won the lawsuit. So she just skipped the video where they explained it.
Copyright. Take...
We've been arguing for so long.
Hold on. I think if you find this in right... I haven't seen this video in years. If you go to Ethan and Gila, right? Is that channel still around? Or have they... Oh, maybe that channel's gone now. There was an Ethan and Gila channel. Does anyone know what that became? Is that just Gila Klein now? I think it's this channel. Weird City is freaking me out. Last episode of Ethan and Gila. The Black Challenge is on this channel. Is there anything related to lawsuits? Maybe it's been taken down? Sean refuses to bring more lube. That's definitely not it. Sue? I don't... What was the name of the video from the Turkey Tom DeOrio H3 video? Either way, I mean, it's still accessible information. Maybe the original video is gone, which I guess would be more charitable. Here. Everybody hates... There are people... Ethan Klein. So...
Our bills as things when we helping people. Lawsuit.
Well, actually, it would be in the Mudahar response video most recently, right? Explaining why the fund
is FUPA.
That would just be in Everybody Loves Ethan, right? So you wouldn't even have to find the original source. But this is the video I'm looking for. Oh, it's We're Still Being Sued. Hold on. So she found we won the lawsuit and we're being sued, but she couldn't find We're Still Being Sued.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fat Chubby Guy Tries to Be Funny and Transgender Skeleton Wears a Hate Hat. Today we are going to be doing something a little different. Today we are going to be talking about PewDiePie. No, I'm kidding. Actually, today we are going to sit down. Not working.
Here, this is why the FUPA fund is gone, guys.
Out with our previous attorneys, and we got the first.
Her like extremely detailed research just happened to miss the middle video.
Month, the first month. This is 1 month's work. Here, this was the bill we got. Can you see that? Do a little zoom there. Yep, that's 50, and then there's $54,000. I mean, I appreciate all the services they did, especially the $620 of photocopying. Color. It was in color. Color copying is very expensive. They're like, listen, $620 on top of $50K, they won't notice. Other than that, I'll say that, you know, I can't really talk.
So that was May 24th. This is February.
More about it, but it's like we're fucked no matter what happens. And again, I need to emphasize so much because it's been so long since we talked about this, that thanks to Philly D's fundraiser.
Who just said found in 2 minutes? No, it's not found in 2 minutes at all. If you go here and you type sued, it's actually before the We're Being Sued video. To find the video that she has sourced multiple times, you have to navigate around this big We're Still Being Sued video. So no, it wasn't just found in 2 minutes. I literally could have gone on this channel and it would have been in my... I couldn't have missed it. It's impossible to miss this.
We raised, I think after GoFundMe took their cut, $150,000. And I'm sure that we're going to spend every dime of that and probably another $50,000 of our own money to defend this lawsuit.
When it started, we really thought that we won't really spend anything close to that.
Guys, look, you don't even have to put this in your video. It's right here. They explain it in plain English.
Probably another $50,000 of our own money to defend this lawsuit.
When it started, we really thought that we won't really spend anything close to that.
Yeah, spending $100,000 for the whole thing. Worst case is like we lose, we have to pay him off $100,000.
Yeah.
$50,000 for 1 month. So I need to say it again because it's been a long time, but I have to give each and every one of you guys who opened your wallets generously and your hearts to helping us defend this case. Thank you so much.
Her defense is that all the clips that make her like arguments look bad. Well, unfortunately, chat, those clips are deleted.
Because to be honest, we were in way over our heads. When we were like, oh, fuck this, we're going to fight this lawsuit. We're like, 50,000? We're like, it's a lot of money, but it's worth it for a good cause. And now, 1 month. That was for 1 month. It's unbelievable. It's criminal. The American justice system is just, it's how can you defend yourself? Like you guys gave us $150,000 to fight this lawsuit.
He is like explicitly clear what happened to the FUPA fund money.
Dude, it's not enough. It's not even enough. And I'm just wondering if we didn't have the backing and support of all you guys and the means to even throw $50,000 of our own money to defend this case, how would we ever stand up to this? It's like those with money in the...
There are people arguing she's simply too stupid. That must be the reason. I don't know. Is this stupidity? Can you make an argument that this is malice? If you just hop on this YouTube channel and you look up all the videos where sued is in the title. Again, we won the lawsuit. We are still being sued. We're being sued. I don't think it's reasonable. Like she must be the worst researcher on planet Earth if she just skipped the middle video.
The legal system have the ability to destroy and bully and just defeat people on the grounds of I have more money. And you never would have a chance of defending yourself. It's obscene, guys. This whole thing has been so overwhelmingly depressing that I just feel like I need to be honest with you guys.
This is like an inexcusable error. And the fact that you can just go to like... that's not the only resource. You can go to a recent drama video about this. Everybody hates Ethan. Here. Oh, no, not everybody hates Ethan. Everybody loves Ethan, sorry. Everybody loves Ethan. That's our video. It's everybody hates Ethan. Everybody loves Ethan. A video on the H3 Productions YouTube channel, right? 5 years ago. This one's more recent than the last one. And you can go in here and look up FUPA Fund. And then you're going to hear the clip where he's like, the H3 fan is no more, right?
Ah, yes, FUPA, the Fair Use Protection Act. The silver bullet of all H3 conspiracies. One shot and the H3 fan is no more. Well, I'm glad I actually have the opportunity to talk about FUPA because I see it being raised more and more about what a greedy scumbag I really am. So
I think this is an inexcusable error. Now, here's a full timeline that obviously came out after our video.
About doing a crowdfunding because we were like, how are we going to pay?
Or around the same. Actually, no, it came out just before our video.
$100,000 or we're going to be completely fucked. But honestly, you guys have supported us monetarily and emotionally for so long.
Yeah, this one came out while we were researching.
I mean, on Patreon alone, you guys have given us like $50,000 over the course of our lifetime. I looked at it recently. I'm like, we can't ask you guys for more money. But Philip DeFranco, in his infinite wisdom, decided to raise money for us because he thought it was an important lawsuit for the whole community.
This is a much bigger
Well, he would never say that again. And he would never make that GoFundMe.
Than just H3 Productions. This is a huge case on fair use and YouTubers in general. And in Ethan's video, he says that, this could bankrupt.
Why didn't Phil do this for denims? Anyone notice that?
All the love and support you guys have given us.
To raise money for Ethan's defense.
So that's the explanation there. But now, when we jump ahead to 2017, here's the clip I just showed you.
Over a year passed, and we depleted all of the money in the account. We showed one of our bills as things were heating up for just 1 month was $50,000. This was the bill we got. Can you see that? Do a little zoom there. Yep, that's 50. And then there's $54,000. All told,
I don't think it's too much to ask to do like the bare minimum here.
Has been turned into a conspiracy theory about how evil I am. The truth is, we went through hell. We spent a great deal of our own money to create a legal precedent so people like you,
The death toll is getting pretty fucking high, Ethan.
could make commentary videos on YouTube. Our case was even published as case law, the only such example on the books in defense of commentary on YouTube. You can even go to copyright.gov and see it published there, among a very small list of influential cases about copyright and fair use. We did all this to defend people's legal right to fair use and criticism, even if it's used to make shit like this about me.
This video is sponsored by a shitty fucking take.
I would hope that this would be my legacy here on YouTube.
And when we went into it, because I obviously took this information and dug even further and debunked what Keemstar said about like the money he must have taken in from fucking Steam and shit, right? Like this is out there. You can find these clips. This is available. You can find all of this stuff online. With very light effort, right?
The beautiful video itself, which I watched and clipped.
Hey, Muda here, are you watching the Muda video first or Carl's? Well, Mudahar's video is 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I hate Mudahar. So I would love to... That's the trade-off, right? I can watch Mudahar, who I can't stand, but it becomes palatable to watch in, like, an extended stream segment. Or I can watch Carl, which I'd rather watch, but he does it for 4 hours. It is the ultimate conundrum. It's going to be Mudahar.
Yeah.
And it appears the Rangers have scored. What's the best watch under $350? Grab a G-Shock. Or you might be able to find a Seiko Presage around that if you're looking for like a dressier watch to wear around at work or something. But G-Shock as just general watch at $350 or under.
The document itself, which I read through, the GoFundMe, which I, read.
So now this is going to be her explaining how she had missed it. Please give me some interesting tea.
Read a new chapter for fair use, watched and clipped. As far as the information about the FUPA fund, this is where, again, like the information I got came from H3H3 fandom. All that information about, the lawsuit, it dissolving, no longer being in use, came from the H3H3 fandom website.
Okay, but why is it dissolved? What happened? Dude, it's not possible. Why isn't it possible?
Itself. It was not from Snark.
Yeah, it's not there anymore. Why isn't it there anymore?
It was from the H3H3 fandom website.
The Slender Man is getting on her again.
The backlash section, H3H3 fandom website.
Wait. She's literally reading the backlash section, and then it says, unfortunately, Ethan grossly underestimated the cost of his own legal fees. In a video posted on YouTube, February 27th or whatever, in 2017, Ethan shows 1 month attorney fees cost him $54,000. Both the FUPA fund as well as several thousands more of his own money were used to fight the case. So you read this and then you put your video out and you didn't like... Are you fucking retarded? Or are you malicious? It has to be one or the other.
H3H3.
Wait, what is the criticism here?
Fandom website.
The master lock, open the master lock. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So...
Wait, so what did she say in the video? Can we get another... I have to go back. What did she say in the video? Because she obviously read that last part about Keem. Did she say the rest? Hold on. Cruel World. I need to just keep this video up so I can just grab it as necessary. But...
Interrupt.
Hold on. So if I hit this and I go to FUPA... I'm just gonna look up the word Keemstar and that'll pop up. Show transcript, Keemstar.
God. But which was so funny, but I don't think I would remember
that guy. Because you know what I hated about the guy? Watching.
Used it. Well, fees initially expect. Well, the fact that the Kleins closed the FUPA fund after spending the money on their own legal fees, instead of keeping it open, maybe replenishing the fund once they're able to, so that other creators could have used it. Well, that's a little disappointing. This
Wait, hold on.
would be extreme. That
So this is where she opened the page. The
Kleins
Wikipedia page.
use the FUPA fund for their own legal fees, as well as several $1,000s out of pocket to fight the legal battle against Matt Haas. While it is often the case that legal fees can add up and become more than you'd ever initially expect, well, the fact that the Kleins closed the FUPA fund after spending the money on their own legal fees, instead of keeping it open, maybe replenishing.
Wait, how much money do you think these guys had when they needed a GoFundMe to fight a lawsuit in comparison to how much they have now? Well, what is the criticism here?
The fund, once they're
Keemstar was saying they scammed their audience.
Able to, so that other creators could have used it. Well, that's a little disappointing. This move received criticism from many, like Keemstar, who suggested that the Kleins scammed their audience. This, in turn, made Keemstar into an enemy of Ethan.
Of course it did. He lied. So wait, you're showing on screen, right, that you have evidence for the reason why Keemstar's claim is invalid, explaining exactly where to find out how the money was spent. And you're uncritically just mentioning that and moving on.
So...
And then she's reading it in real time, noticing it sounds bad, and not saying it. Look, you can see that, you can hear the silence, literally. This is what Nisa means.
The backlash section, H3 fandom website. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean,
So...
How come you don't source that video?
And, I you know, as far as that goes...
You could see she realized she just fucked up and she's not saying anything.
I do still think that an information source for creators that are, you know, getting copyright claims, are getting copyright struck, and are operating in fair use.
Her criticism is that he should just endlessly keep replenishing the funds because people did good deeds for him when he needed it.
This would be great.
Guys, every single time somebody donates to me on stream, I have to open a non-profit. Otherwise, some stupid jackass who literally knows nothing about me or my controversy is going to come in and farm money off of me saying I haven't done it.
You know, content creator.
That's what I need to do.
Nicholas DeOrio's
Guys, it's just criticism. Open a non-profit every time someone sends me money. Yeah.
Need to pour their own money and resources in for, you know, no reason.
Every time I hit a new goal, I am forced to create a non-profit.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter?
Against my will.
Nick DeOrio.
Reason?
Mr.
Absolutely
Oreo.
not. That's a little bit silly. But I think that it would be great to have like a resource for creators.
Like, this is just weaponized lobotomy. How does this person function in other videos?
Who are kind of dealing with that, you know. I just think that would be a nice thing for content.
Cruel world and absent mind.
Creators who are starting out.
Tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
The white noise is a metaphor for her absent mind in this cruel world.
Oh, maybe YouTube to have that, you know. That's literally all I'm saying. But yeah, as far as the start of hypocrisy, it is all from Ethan's videos.